because we kill the bacteria in it.
It's live.
Just saying.
Live.
Live, oh. Just saying that. Especially in the heat, it goes off to the easy food. Not even in the picture, mate. Right down the side. Just a sniffy. Sniffy nose. One on, one on. One on, one off. One off, one on. Don't forget to push the like button.
Hey Lee, are you Tommy? Are you Sharp?
Hello, everybody.
Are you John Dunley? Are you W. Boyle? Are you Simon Stutridge?
Where's Don?
Are you Casey Foster?
Hello.
Boyle Lass. Hello, Gillies.
Hello.
I hope you're all right, Gillies.
Hope everyone's okay on here tonight and for the rest of the lives. Where's Don?
Nathan.
Right, that's Jaws. That.
Tommy. Chelsea Dart. Cindy Collector. Freedom for the People. Two Lies. Good evening.
Freedom for the People. Shooting Army.
Tommy times 4. Still dead tired, Tommy. Thanks so for asking. I'm going to get it sorted out if not by Monday. Jamie Campion.
Hello guys, everyone okay? It's 44 on, only 6 thumbs up. Push the like buttons, don't forget. 42 on now. Joe's just jumped off. Hope everyone's okay today. It's been a hot day, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is.
A lot of people struggling with the heat. You've got to remember, you've got to keep drinking water, not coffee, not tea, because that's full of dehydration even more. So you're drinking that all the time, and then you keep awake on the night with it. So don't drink coffee and tea later on, just drink water.
Hi Simon Page, hi Glenn Copp, hi nice to see you on Glenn Copp, hi Philip Crawford, hi you Andy Alley.
Hello Philip, hello Glenn.
Hi Matt Payne.
Andy Alley, Matt Payne, W. Boyle, Julie's, Chelsea Darts.
Beth Beat is playing Have It With My Blood, sorry I missed last night. Oh bless you Cindy, I hope you're okay.
Yeah, no problem with that. It's probably the heat as well. Blood pressure will be up and down with it. Another good thing, if you're really hot, put your feet in a cold bowl of water with some ice to bring your temperature right down, or just put your wrists under the tap because your blood's pumping around, so it comes right every 5 minutes or so, it comes back to there, so it's going around your body nice and cold.
Yeah.
Just a little tip.
Yep, it's yours.
47 on, 17 thumbs up. Somebody's going to get the pump broken just now. Should kick the easy step, you know. I've even got the flyers tonight.
I'm trying to put Dave's new channel in, Cindy. Dave's got a new channel. Put it in.
Dave.
Yeah, he's got a new channel.
Good people, doesn't he, Dave?
Said his channel took
lovely,
down.
Lovely people.
Simon Page. Mr. Gillard. Hi Brian, spent lots of time watching your videos.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. Don't forget to push the like button when you're watching the videos for us, because it does the trolls heads in.
Matt Payne, smash the like, thank you, Simon.
That's the one, smash the like.
Cindy, I've slept on the sofa all week because the 3 little ones, I share a bedroom with their mum, so it's too hot. Yeah, I've been sleeping on the sofa for a couple of weeks, haven't I?
And on the kitchen floor.
And the kitchen floor, I've been lying.
Tiles, cold tiles. He likes me laying there with her. But he's going mental with me today. Fell out with me today, didn't he? And he starts on the door with his paws. And the towel was anyway. He's trying to shut the door. He couldn't shut the door.
Thanks, Glenn Copp. That's really nice.
Scabby's just laid back. I don't even think you've got him. Just sat there like he's been smoking joints all
day. Been on
the
phone to the hospital today, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been on the phone to the hospital today. I was speaking to somebody in the department. Well, I didn't have the name in my head. Emma was asleep. I didn't want to dare wake her up. But the woman said, "Oh, that's serious. It's really serious." I said, "How bad is it?" She said, "It's really serious." She said, "Can't be having that." She said, "Really, I'm only a such and such person. You'd have to go to somebody higher, but I will log it. Just next time you come in, she's got my name and address and everything." She said, "Have you got the proof?" I said, 100%, 100%.
Yeah. Welcome back.
I didn't know her name. She said, "There's 5,000 people work for us at the hospital." I said, "All right, I have to get the name."
Andy Ellie Bryan, it's the, what's that, hardest, and what's it?
Brian, what is the hardest day?
Brian.
Oh, hottest day.
It's left-handers day today. Can you say hi to all left-handers and small?
Hello to all the left-handers. My left hand's the only one working, mate. Look, it's still brave hands, look. The other one.
Good evening, Brian.
That's
Joe Catterick.
all I can do. And then took them fingers, but you try, you know. You have to open. Look at that. Got it open to there, but it's not like it's not great. But
Hey,
this
Carol.
is so much for that lunatic saying I'm putting the act on. Well, Dave was here a couple of weeks ago. You see me in a hospital bed. You don't get a hospital bed, like Emma said, for nothing, do you?
No.
You got the hospital bed. It's for you terminally ill or you're seriously ill. They've got a hospital bed. They've got a wheelchair. 8 carers coming in. 2 carers 4 times a day. Help me if I come out. There's having 2 physios, 2 or 3 times a week. They were coming. Still not right.
Oh, he's made a new video, has he, Philip? Or I'll have to watch it.
Who's that?
Tinfoil.
It's absolutely fucking insane. He is. You know what? He's saying that time. It's nothing to do with me. Well, let me say something to you. It is to do with you because your name's on the books. Jamie Doyle is on the books. You've written the book. You're con Marty to do the book, and you're giving that man 28 and 38 pence. The court has established it and found out he's a lying. Your boss lied all the way through the court proceedings, and it was awarded to Mr. Turner. He has 7 days to comply to the court order. If not, he'll be back to the court. He'll go to jail this next time. Just can't stop telling lies. Wait a minute. You said the other month all the cases against us have been dismissed. No, you've been dismissed from the court hearings because you haven't got a pot to piss in. We can't sue you. Well, we could, but we'd only be getting money off your wages every month. We'd have to take it out. So we went to the boss who's got a lot of money. So we've sued the company. But you still work for that company. You've still written Marty off. And also, I forgot to tell you this yesterday, Marty's book's been given him back, the full book. So they can't do that book no more. So that's getting discontinued. The same as my books will be in the next month or so. And all the money you've been living fat off and you're growing fat on, all going to be gone soon. Because you said to someone, we make a fortune off Cockerill's books and Cockerill's documentaries, we're making a fortune. That's why we won't give it back. That person slipped up and told somebody else and they told me. So we make more of his stuff and his wife. The stuff that his wife does, make more off their stuff than all the others put together. That's going to stop soon. If you remember, guys, the month he said there's no court case and they've all been kicked out.
No, pigs here for Scrappy and Eli. Oh, thank you, Simone.
No, that's for me, that.
Thank you, Simone. Are you cheeky monkey?
Hey, Slice.
Cheeky monkey's on.
Cheeky monkey.
Cheeky monkey.
Yeah, well, that's what he is. He's absolutely trying to bullshit it again. He was at the Crown Court. He doesn't know nothing about it. He wasn't even there. He didn't even know last night when he come on here. Tinfoil. I'm sorry to shout a bit. Get some of your fucking nerves. Talking shit. So why would Marty lie and come out there? Why don't you go and sue us then if we'd make it up? There's no court case. All the letters will be coming in the post the next few days of what Marty's getting, and we'll put them on here. But every last time we done that, he went, "Oh, the doctored." He's insane. You can't win with him. Honestly, you can't win because he's mentally insane. Him and his wife, the section, he's an embarrassment to the Civil Rights Bureau.
Tommy times 4, plenty of us on here tonight. We've got the nutters sorted. Our puppy's been chomping on fur
We never lose.
Oh, that's what I always loved, Cindy.
Nelson Mandela. Miss. Oh, that's a new name. I called her Dumbo. Dumbo. She can't lift. Dumbo.
You on horsepipe band, Elise? Oh, yeah, there's horsepipe band, isn't there? Where's that Don Domingo tonight?
Don't know.
They all just want to be hard men and gangsters are trying to make names for themselves. You're right, Joe Carrick. Julie's, my goddaughter wants one. LOL. Cheeky monkey. Where's Don tonight? I might hit him with a spanner.
The last 2 days have been absolutely blissful love. Me and Nev went to bed last night and fell asleep. We never woke up till early hours in the morning. It's been all night. I didn't wake up today for the first time in 2.5 years. 3:30 this afternoon, I woke up already. She come up for food for me. That's how much I fell asleep. That's how much it's got. This big elephant's off my back now. So the elephant's off my back. Oh no, it's a millstone off my back as well. And the little cheeky monkey's off my back now. So I told you, that's Lee, my brother. Told Lee we've just won the court case. He's overwhelmed. Everyone all over the country, people.
Said the new book will leave that one in there.
Yeah, well, that other book, Lee, obviously, Lee Walker could give him 10 books. And I know they'll be done with dignity and pride and no fucking bullshit. But when I give him that Resurrection Brian Cockerill, I give him that with my wife, and my wife give him stories, didn't we? And out of that book, Emma, I never read it, did I proofread it?
No.
But I would say 20% of it's true and 80% of it's bullshit. No way would I have let Paul Sykes be in my book. So he conned me again, tinfoil. Oh, I've got to do it now because if we don't do it now, I need to proof it. No, trust me the same. What he did to Teresa, what he did to Marty, all lies about this person, Paul Sykes and all that. Fucking shite in it. So that book is absolute shit. When I get, even if there's any copies, I'm going to throw them in the bin. I want to bin them all.
Burn them.
I will. I'll take them somewhere. I will get some heat off someone.
Right.
Like Tina Shaw said, there's more shit on that boat here than you when you wipe your ass.
Let me just say, no matter how bombarded you two feel, Bad Fake Offer, you both help so many people and lift them up. Thank you.
And all they've done is help the fat selves. That's why they're getting fatter and fatter by the day.
Lee said, we don't mess around. We don't, Lee.
We don't mess around with me. It's a good song that Lee just makes. He's a
yeah, his new name is I Wish I Could Play the Guitar Like.
I wish I could play the guitar, that was me.
Paul, Clinton, Brian and Emma, be well and God bless. Thank you so much. I'm buzzing for Marty Gunn, bless him.
I am. I can't believe it. He's the most loving person.
Steals off an elderly man shopping.
It was just, stealing off a man who's 76-year-old who got a reward off the Queen. It was reward off the Queen, but he's ill at the time. He went out. He had to get a British Citizen Award for 44 years. It's a community helping people, children on the streets. He had Lee Duffy when Lee Duffy was was getting bullied and everything. Lee was only got 9 years old when he went there. He looked after Lee Duffy. Come on, son, you're all right. He looked after him. Lee loved him. Police straight got Peter O'Donnell, fantastic, unbelievable fighter. Loved him. Anthony O, young Tommy, the other Tommy, all the O's loved him. He taught them all. Anthony was schoolboy champion. He taught these lads from nothing to world champion. John Pierce, he was the world champion and the European champion. And then he got Cornelius Carr, world professional champion, middleweight world champion. That scumbag comes along and rips him off. Piece of shit like that. Couldn't fight sleep. And his fat wife sat there. I'm a legal secretary. She's like Petulia off there. Petulia.
Yeah, I don't feel right, Cindy Collect. Everyone says I don't look right.
No, you don't. You don't look. You left. You're left line in the middle.
I know, I don't feel well at all.
I'm not very well, but I'm buzzing.
No, I don't feel very well at all. It seems like Brian, Brian won't listen that I'm ill. It's like,
no, he doesn't listen. Go to bed.
Barry, I suffer from mental health, but I think about ending it all the time. These podcasts help me. Oh, bless you, Barry.
Don't be thinking.
Yeah, don't feel like that.
We've got loads of good time, got loads of good podcasts and loads of stories off me to watch.
Yeah.
I push the like button, I'll end you.
So then you've asked me to start teaching guitar again, so that's
good, Lee.
That's Lee. So this is Lee's channel if you want to learn how to play the guitar.
Yeah, and he does all sorts of things. And he paints.
Yeah, he does amazing stuff.
He's all round.
He can do Beatrix Potter better than Beatrix Potter.
Dave. Oh, Dave can do anything, Dave. That's Lee. Remember the advert years ago?
Yeah.
Not Pop, my fairy godmother.
Yeah, he could do anything, Carrie.
I was talking to Matt leg last night. I hope you're okay, brother. Talked to him. And Matty Howard, another great lad in the hospital. Another one struggling like me. If you're going to pretend that you're ill.
Crazy, isn't it?
And all called Charlie.
Yes, so anyway.
What's she called, that woman in that house?
Well,
the film. Shirley Valentine.
Shirley Valentine,
yeah.
MK, I have seen the David Gunn interview on Sean Atwood. Did you ever come across the Gunn brothers from Nottingham in the 90s?
No.
Like, either by ever? Do you want to read them then?
I can't see. Here a few guitar chords, Emma. Oh, yeah. Have you? No, that's it. There's no more.
He's hit them like, thank you, Simon Page, Matt Payne, Barry. Barry, just reach out.
Yeah, of course, Barry. We're always there for you, brother.
Yeah, if you ever need any help or anything, get in touch with Brian, innit?
Just a little comment in the YouTube.
I feel.
You want to lay down? Go lay down if you want. I'll just carry on myself.
All right. No, Joe, I'm not very well tonight. I don't know what's the matter with me. I just can't seem to have any energy. Can I?
No.
I am Ryan
Fitzpatrick. That tires you out. 2 times a day sometimes.
I remember these public information films
with
with
great,
Petunia.
Yeah.
And like he swims like a fish.
Yeah, something like a fish. Yeah, that's Petunia. The ice cream.
Them bones are hurting there.
Yeah, collarbones.
Get your B12 and thyroid checked out, Emma. Yeah, I will, Cindy. Good idea. Probably stress. Yep. Possibly cheeky monkey.
So much smoking, that will have a lot of
Emma,
as well.
get rest. Fine, carry on. Fine, have you ever come across a guy from Coventry called John Anderson?
No, I remember Anderson, a strong man, but never heard of him. I never went down that way to see guys. I went to London a few times. I went to Bradford quite a few times. Went to Luton to sort of job out. Like that. I was in jail with a couple of lads from Warrington. I can't remember the names. So, when I was in jail with that many people, they remember me because of the size of being in jail and the weights I was lifting. But I can't remember them. I was in with loads of kids in Haverick who were from Warrington. They're all into rugby there. And so the ones up the other place where Mary Park, they were all into rugby. It was all rugby lads. Yeah. There was no football really. There were Liverpool lads and that was the Liverpool lads, and then there was Evertonian lads. So I didn't realise how bad they argue over the football there. It's like Man United, Man City.
Yeah. I might go and get a little bit of air in a minute, and then I'll come back in a minute.
Yeah, I can't read these things probably, so you'll have to.
I'll come back in a minute.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
You don't look well, Pet. Yeah. Can he book, mate? Yeah, it is. Barry, watch which comedy get. Well, what comedy get good? Well, plenty of them. Yeah. She's just too much running about with the dogs and everything, playing with the dogs up and downstairs and in and out the house. She walks to the shop. It's 2 mile there and 2 mile back. She's doing like 8, 10 mile, 12 mile a day to the shops with my brother with carrying my bags and that. And then she's got the dogs and then she's got me. So she never stops. And she's been doing all the court cases and everything for everyone else. She's been doing it all the stuff. Getting everything right and filling shops and getting this one and getting receipts and all sorts. She's been doing all the court cases for Martin and everyone for like over 2.5 years. It's been going on. All the lies have been spreading for 2.5 years and they've been found out now. But my case is up as well. Mine's the exact same as Marty's. Different case, but exact same MO. So what happened is it's called a presence. Not presents like kids' presents. The presence, it means if it's the case to say a mirror image like similar to it. And I was in Terry Dick was the exact same. 37.5% to Jamie, 37.5% to me, 25 to Brenton, which is 100%. But you never ever get that 37.5. That's the carrot on the stick. That's everyone else will get 37.5% of a book. So when you get your work can't talk, she's singing now in the background. So you don't get the 37.5% of the book. All you get is £1.12. Now the book sells at £15. It costs £2.20 to make. And whatever is the percentage of the company sake, but he sells the book himself from his own area, wholesale. So he's selling that book at £15. He was selling it. It was £12.95, and I went, say it was £3 for everything all, and he's making £10 a book. And he's given me a receipt not long ago, £1.12 a book. So he's getting nearly £8, nearly £9 a book, and I'm getting £1 for my story, my book and my stories. Cheeky bastards, honestly, unbelievable cheek. So when he was at court yesterday, he was asked, how many books did you do in this shop? He went, blah, 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 blah. And then the judge said, well, how many books did you do in that shop? He went, blah, 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 blah. The judge went, well, that's not what I've got here on the manifest from the shop and from the manager of the shop and from the manager of that shop. It's sort of said, total, one shop he said he'd done so many books and it was 40 more in the shop. He'd done 40 odd books more. Another bookshop, we'd done so many books, and that was, I don't know how many it was over. So he said, well, it's not right, what's on here. And you had to do a statement of truth. And in that, if you lie once or twice, you're knackered. We've got 9 different fabrications of lies made up. So Marty had everything there. My friend, Kevin Brown, helped him as a Mackenzie friend because I've been bad. But I've been to court with Marty and I spoke to the same judge. And I said on the day, I said, Your Honour, this has been going on for over 2 years, 30 months now. I said, this man is never going to ever give, he's never going to give the invoices because I plainly know he hasn't got invoices. I've spoken to about 8 other people who've done books with him. Some have done 2 books, and every one of them are the same. None of them have got proper contracts, and none of them have got invoices. It's all just complete phony. It's all just freak. They've just been paying people £1.12 a book and keeping the rest. And people that don't know, they're doing older people like myself, because I don't know about computers, but Emma does. But one thing I do know about was books because I've been doing them for 20 odd years. I did my first book, Street Fighters with Julian Davies. And then I did another book with Steve Richards called, what's it called? Viv 3, about the legendary fighter Viv Graham. I did that with him. And then I did another book with him on the chin. I think I'm in Richie Orsi's book. Richie did a book. Richie actually got me in Street Fighters. He brought Julian to my house and I did the pad work. So just for Richie and all them, I told you I was telling the truth. And Vulture and all them lives, they all know the truth now. None of them are getting paid properly, but they're only getting what he gives them. No one's getting proper money. He's just having them all over. But people say, how did he think he could get away with it? Because he thought No one in the right mind would think I'd rip Brian Cockerill or somebody like Richie Horsley or something like such and such. And all these guys have been ripped and don't even know it. But the court case proved it yesterday. Because you come up with the figures, they're just different figures here. And the manager, written for one of the shots, said, I'm disgusted in what they've done to Mr. Turner. He's a legend, what he's done, and helping the people. I'm a boxing enthusiast myself. And the manager of the main shop, the wholesalers, they call it, they distribute them to all, like say, W.H. Smiths in Waterstones. He was shocked and appalled at what they've done. Can't believe it, he said. Couldn't believe it. So he's got 6 days now to comply to this court order. And if he doesn't comply, he's into serious trouble. But that's life, isn't it? You get your ups and downs. But I always told you from day one, I don't tell lies, I tell truths. I don't like my stories. They sound unbelievable because they are unbelievable. Because you got to remember, I was 24 stone, 6'3". I could box. I was doing skipping. I was boxing. I was doing sit-ups, press-ups. I could do an hour of press-ups and sit-ups and burpees and skipping without even stopping. And I've done that in all different jails where I went to, on my fitness levels. And then I could box. I had a fantastic chin. I've been hit with the best fighters on the chin. No one knocked me apart from Duffy hurt me, but he caught me with the beauty. And Garside, that was really two ones that hurt me, really. He caught me with a body shot, broke my rib. Out of all the other fights, I destroyed them in seconds. But then the best of that fight with Garside, I was off my own drugs. But anyway, we shook hands and all got made up and everything, it was all right after it. But he just keeps pumping it in there, the tinfoil. What about this and what about that? He's never had a decent fight in his life with anyone. His wife could beat him up. He sits there talking shit on, and everyone falls asleep to that voice of his. Now, I still don't wish them any harm. And I'm tell you quite honest, I honestly believe they don't even know they've been ripped themselves. I think the main one is him, from the one who was at court yesterday, the boss. I think he's got tinfoil's head puddled with shit. And he thinks he's getting in. I told him about 2 years ago, I said, I think he's ripped me off, No, I can trust him explicitly, 100%. You can't trust him because everyone I know down that way, from where he's from, his nickname is Arthur Daly of Pontefract. He runs around in his Rolls Royce, driving about. That's his nickname, the Arthur Daly of Pontefract. So I think, let me think, do you want to do a book with the Arthur Daly of Pontefract or John Blake Publishing? So you'd think, wouldn't you? No, obviously, Arthur Daly of Pontefract, it's like alarm bells, big red flag waving, no invoices, no proof of anything from the shops. It's all scam what they've been doing for years. They've been doing this now, like, I think it's about 12 years. I think Tinfoil's about 8 years doing this. And they just keep knocking books out, left, right and centre, costing pennies. And like the books are shabby books. There's no pictures in them. There's no photographs whatsoever. And you know yourself when you buy a book, guys, the first thing you look for is like, Man United 1995. When they won the cup, you go, oh, there's Ferguson, there's him, there's him. You look at the pictures. So every book I've done has got pictures in of me. People could see me with this person, that person. But you even put pictures in because they cost a little bit more money. So everything's it's all that cheap blotting paper he's got from, remember the old schools from years ago? They had dead cheap like blotting paper you used to write your things on in school, essays and stuff like that. It's got all that cheap paper from years ago, tons of it. And he's got that cheap books. He's got like an artist drawing, like a kid, like a little kid drawing them, caricature artist, and charging people £60 for every single copy of that crap he puts on the book. Just a pure scam what he's got. It's been working for years until the taxman come along and found you little scam, didn't that? You got to remember, I was running the Empire at one time. I was running the whole of the North East from Sunderland right up to Whitby. So I knew who's bullshitting and telling lies because I could only have to talk to them for a couple of minutes and I just knew. And I thought Tinfoil was all right at first, but he's just so cheeky with that mouth. And he just makes lies up in the book. So I thought, I'm not telling lies about Lee Duffy, our friend, who's no longer with us. And I'm friends with Carol and their daughter. And when I give him the quote, when I was saying all the stuff when he was going to do the book with me, and somebody's offered £1,000, we could have £500 each. I went, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving Lee's book away. Sorry, Lee's quote away. And then I found out that Lee's daughter was going through a bit of stress and all that, with all the carry on, all the stress for all the books that he lies to about her dad. I know, God said to me, give it to his daughter. So I went down, give it to his daughter, she gave me a big cuddle. I could feel the love off the wall. We all got a cuddle of Emma and me, like all the family together. And you could feel like Lee was there with us, in my head. I could think he was saying, brilliant, big fella, well done. People were crying and we had upset. But we did the right thing because he's a lovely family and they've been persecuted for 30 years in that family. And he's fucking tortured them, Tinfoil and his wife, tortured that woman, Carol. And she won't back down. She's only a tiny little woman. She won't back down. She's got a heart like Lee Duffy. And that's why they stuck together all them years. She was with him nearly 7 years. he said, "Oh, you never had any Lee, you never done this." She's been in for 7 years. She's got 2 kids to him, 2 daughters, and a stepson. Lee brought him up as his own son. He put him on his shoulder. He's called him Duffy and everything. He's written in there little letters to my son, Peter Duffy, and all these type of things in a tinfoil. Been horrible, called him Peter and everything. Horrible what he's done to people's families. And Dale Brendan High died of cancer. Tinfoil phoning him up, laughing like the Joker. Dale had his organs took out and washed. He was that close to dying. Stage 4 cancer, tortured the man. All because Dale written the first book about Paul Sykes. He's in the first book. And he come along, tinfoil, and he got a job in the office where I could go into the library and stuff. So that's how he started his job. He got a bus down there. Anyway, Dale was showing him all the stuff about him. So Dale took ill. Then he got over doing the book, took over doing the book. So he can't type. So he used to go home with his wife and she types the books. So he used to phone it everything like Terry calls him the fake author. So I said, type then for me. He couldn't type. Do you know how to do it? No, I don't profess to be anything. I can't do it. He does. He's a compulsive liar. He can't tell the truth. And that's why we fell out with him, because he was like right about Lee was saying Lee was stealing out the pound shops in 1991. There was no pound shops in 1991. So I said, we'll put that in. And that was the Tax from the Teesside book. That was the Tax from the Teesside. Once upon a time, the Teesside, he went to court. I thought it was shite. So anyway, he was doing that and he started lying about Lee Duffy. He said he was stealing the, and he was doing this, he was punching everyone, and he was hitting everyone, he was bullying everyone. I thought, just stop. I'm doing no more. I'll stop the book. You're throwing away thousands of pounds. I said, yeah, but it's Lee's. I'm selling Lee down the river. For money. No, not in a million years. I'm not doing that with my friends. I said, especially his family's gone through enough. And he went, oh, no, we'll change it. And it's just like, so I got Rob Brendan, give me his job, he got me to proofread it. And I should have seen it. I'd say about 85, 90% of it was just all made up lies. Lee having a fight with 33 Dorman in a nightclub in Blackpool. Knocked 33 Dorman at what? Nightclub on a Sunday night would have 33 Dorman. What leave nightclub with 33 Dorman any night? Wembley probably doesn't even have that many security. He's absolutely mental. So he just lies. I thought, people are going to see that and think that's me making that up, and I'm going to look like a fucking idiot. So I pulled the plug on the book and I stepped out of it for my friend because I loved Lee. He was a great lad. And the same as with Graham, a lovely lad, great legend. Same as Roy Shaw, did the same with Roy Shaw's daughter. I know Tina Shaw very well. She's my very good friend. I speak to her all the time. She's given me the tapes, the lost tapes of Roy. It was all made up. So yeah, just sorry if I'm going a little bit, but it's just good to get this out in it, all the bullshit, all this time we've had all the lies we've been spouting out from him, and now we finally got the justice. So there is a God, and justice does prevail in the end. So evil always prevails over good, so over evil. Sorry, the love and the good people always prevail over evil. Okay, anyone else asking any questions there? Beautiful thing to do. Yes, it was, mate. They must have towered over you, Cockerill. He did. I towered over as well when I was under daughters. But Lee's daughters are like Lee, big strong lasses, you know, not fat or anything, but like proper fucking strong, like Lee's type of physique. Josie see you stories from Wirral in general. Mind your own genius. Mind your own. I can't say that. Love is better when you blow the whistle on corruption and settled out of court. I retired at 40. Yeah, but you still have to fight for the book, what he's written, that book, what he's written, that book what Marty Turner written, that wasn't for himself, and the money wasn't for himself. That book was written, let me just tell you, that book, Marty Joseph Turner, was written 12 years ago when his wife was dying. So he written that book and he put it in the bank. It was put in a vault. It's been there for years. Tinfoil come along, I'll do the book. So Tinfoil got a little bit off him, talking about the table, but he gave him the manuscript what he wanted to write, and it was all about Cornelius Carr, Lee Duffy. Lee Duffy wasn't in it, so it was all about. It wasn't about Lee Duffy. He made it all about Lee Duffy and other people, but he didn't want them in the book. No disrespect, he said Lee's probably gone through enough. I don't want Lee in the book. This is about the kids who got changed their life in my gym. So you couldn't put Lee in because he was in out of jail all the time. So these are kids who've like done well and gone in the boxing. So some of them, like I say, were world champions. So Mike was writing a book from boys to champs, helping kids. You know, like he helped Lee when Lee was suffering from being bullied at 9-year-old. He helped Lee become the lad he is, you know, with the boxing and stuff. So he helped these people. So he wanted to do the book. Now the book was written when his wife passed away, and he'd done it with his daughter, she typed it all out. So she gave him the manuscript, the tinfoil. He got that, but Marty got COVID. Sneaky tinfoil went down, changed the script, and started putting his stories in about Paul Sykes and Lee Duffy and this and that and all this shit in the world. And trust me, the same bullshit. We can't prove it. I've got to get it done this month because I'm he's going away for 3 months. No, the same memo every time. So they did Marty's book and just had him over. He was given, what was it, £50-something in 3 years for a book. So the judge said that means 50% goes to Marty, so that's 57. And half of 57 was at £20 odd, £20 odd each, £27 each, and it worked out. So you still worked at £27 over 2.5 years with this book. You're saying it cost £60 for the cover. So where's your profit? Doesn't make sense. The judge says it just does not make sense. So he knew he was telling lies. So he said, "You asking the court to believe?" Kevin said in the courts. And asked the judge to believe that you have only worked for £27 in 3 years. Garbage. But when we found out, how many books have you sold? One. Looked in the Rana script, but he had with the books sold in that shop. Doesn't say that on here from the shop. Doesn't say that only from this shop. Doesn't say. So every time we come up with the figure, it was all lies. So that's when the judge said, "I've had enough now." Case ordered to Mr. Turner, and blah 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 blah. Whatever he told him to do. So he has to do that now. But now Tinfoil's trying to get out of it. Now you're not suing me. No, we didn't want to sue you because you've got no money. But you still written the books. You still enticed Marty into it. You still give him all this crap. And then you put on Marty Joseph Turner who died this morning. You pretended Marty died. You put on the internet he passed away. Terrible what you done. So anyone, any questions? I thought that good on you. Ulysses, Darren, Cheeky Monkey. Yes, get it off your chest. Ah! Tommy. I love Tommy, he's a great lad. He is hero, as he said. Yeah, you know what? You're spot on. His hero is Sykes. Now, who in their right mind would want Paul Sykes to be your hero when he was in jail raping YPs? And every jail he went, he done it. People from Manchester, people from Liverpool, people from London, people from Birmingham, people from Durham, people from Ireland. Everyone knows what Sykes was. He was in jail for 21 years or 22 years out of 26. And he was a very intelligent man. He written a book and he got the Tesla Award. That book, what they written about him, about Paul Sykes, that was him who written that. They just got that book and rewrited it and changed it over and put this bullshit stories in about it and made it up and sold it and made money. Never give the sister or the sons or any of them a penny, kept all the money. So I call him Burke and Hare. No, Burke and Hare were two grave robbers from, I think it was Edinburgh. They used to go around robbing the dead because years ago you couldn't do autopsies on people. So the doctors used to buy the bodies off and do autopsies and look at them and see how they worked. And that's how they found out, got autopsies. So they're like, instead of Brenton and Boyle, Burke and Hare, the grave robbers I call them, because everyone's old, like my age, getting towards 60. Marty's 76. Sykes is dead. Roy Shaw's dead. Trying to rip their family off. So every one of them, he's done the books on. They're all older people like myself who don't know about their books.
What you going to talk about? Should I ask you a few questions now?
Yeah, go then.
Because 2 seconds, I'll just get the live up.
There's a lot of people on watching, they're liking it.
I know. What? 2 seconds, I'll just get some of these questions answered.
Yeah, he was a nasty bastard, mate. Horrible.
So Keith, he was in Marty's book, was in the forward with John Carr and Mikey Gibb.
Yeah.
Don't know what to make of it. He was in the book and he doesn't know what to make of it.
Yeah.
Good nickname. Brian, do you think the so-called wannabe admin on YouTube should be banned?
I can't think what you said there.
Do you think the so-called wannabe admin on YouTube should be?
Yeah, these ones that go around pretend to be admin and saying all this crap, and you don't advertise what you're going to do. You don't say, "I'm coming to your house, I'm going to smash your face, I'm going to shoot you, I'm going to do that." You never advertise. When you advertise it, you're just a bullshitter trying to get views, trying to make yourself look tough and hard. So when I did my stuff, I'd phone them, so right, I'll meet you such and such, and I'll be there in 5 minutes or whatever it was, an hour drive or whatever. I went part of the country. I'd have a fight with someone and they'd do it, it'd be done. We forgot about shake hand, it was done. The ones now, they just chop your house up and chop your legs up and chop your head off and stab you in the back. So there's no fair fights like the old days.
Yeah.
There's no hard men left, hardly. But don't get me wrong, there's some tough lads out there, but there's no like the Lee Duffy characters and like Bib Graham's and all them. There's hardly any left like that.
Carol said it was shocking how they said stuff about Brenda No Need was awful. Not all family knew about.
Yeah, that was one of the main reasons as well. We just couldn't stand what he'd done.
What popped him?
We actually, me and Member contacted the lads podcast and said to him, listen, this is disgusting what he's done. Mentioning stuff for views to sell books is disgusting. And Lee was here. He wouldn't have knocked him out. He'd have knocked him out every time he seen him. He'd have talked to him. He couldn't stand. One of Lee Duffy's pet hates, he told me, he said, there's nothing worse than a fucking snitch, he said. Snitches are the worst. And there's no such thing as grass in the grass, he said. That was one of his other favourite sayings. And the other one was, he knew all the dodge spots. He knew them all. He used to tell me, he's one, I thought, he's got that wrong. He's one, and I got that wrong. You know what? Even Carol's got all the letters off him. And I was telling the different rings when I was with Emma. She went, yeah, he's got similar thing, that Brian, you're right. It's all about him and that one and that one. So all these big tough guys were around when we lived here, all went with the police, selling drugs and helping the police to put people away. One thing Lee Duffy never done is made a statement in his life against anyone. Never. I know that.
It was a beautiful thing they did. Our shell slept in it that night. About the court. Yeah,
we all got together as a family. Both families amalgamated as one, and we all together, and we felt like that's what Lee would have wanted. And you know, even got £1 million off it, I'd still done the same. Emma would have done the same, wouldn't you, Emma?
Yeah.
She became like her sister now. She's like two schoolgirls on the phone. Can't get me dinner with her on the phone.
I love Carol.
She's a lovely lady.
I used to hang about with Lee's daughter, Sammy Jo. That's Chelsea Darts. That's her mum, Carol.
Yeah, that's the mum, Carol.
Rochelle was delighted, right? 2 secs. Gungus fan, big up, right? Never, thanks, Gungus. Wait until definitely Carol. There's Ben for me. Eubank Junior, Ben.
Do you know what? I don't really know, guys. I think both are good boxers. It could be a draw, you know, because they're that good. They're both probably 50-50. Not being disrespectful, but the originals are better than the Sons. And that's not me being nasty. Eubank Senior and Ben Senior was better than both of them. So the Sons, they'll beg to differ, but you do, don't you, future son? But they were the best fights going in the 80s. Then. Unbelievable. I watched both. Peter O was there that night when I was watching one of them. Sat next to me, Peter O. We come in, he said, he said, you coming on the bag with me? I went, fuck, I'll be on the bag 20 weeks. 20 went down, Peter on the back. It was hilarious. And he used to live next to Marty Max. You know, Peter, you go to the shop, Marty, come back 20 minutes later. He said, he's still on the back. And he was one of the ones, him and Ernie was the ones who said, do 20, 30-minute round. 30-minute round. So he used to do that, Peter, straight off, 20-minute round on the bag.
Thanks, Joe Carrick. I know I don't feel it. Thank you, though, for concern. And when is the training book coming out? It's been done,
but the lad who's done the book, his father's passed away, so I don't want to push him and ask him. Everything's been done. We're waiting for the little image and stuff on it, so he can show you how to train properly. All the words are in. Everything's finished about 2 months ago, but I can't push the lad. He's got to let him grieve. You know what I mean? So we just our thoughts and prayers with his family and him.
I said you both supported my family when we were being told. Couldn't thank you both enough good people. You're very welcome, Carol.
You're very welcome, but you supported us as well, so there's just 50-50 in it, helping each other.
Yeah.
When we were going through that time, we were talking, people thought he's crazy, and she's crazy. And when we talked to Carol and like to Dale and other people like Raggy and all the other people who've been bullied off him and Ben Doherty and all them type of people, couldn't believe how many people he'd been doing it with. He's insane. He is insane. He definitely is insane, mentally ill. And she does him no favours, bullying him up all the time with shit instead of saying, look, you need to stop doing this. It's crazy what they're doing. Just making yourself more ill and ill and ill.
Yeah. Maria dressing me up there, been back for 6 days now. Yeah, you're right, Maria. To have a look. How's training going?
My training? Yeah, I'm doing well. As you can see, I'm getting there a bit. I'm still, that arm's not right, but it's getting thicker there. It's coming back a bit, and, you know, just my fitness levels are brilliant. I've lost about 12 inches of my waist, and my neck's thick. I've got a little bit of fat there on me, but not like when I started. If you look at my old photos a year ago, I looked a lot older then than I do now. Just I've got that body fat because I'm doing more exercise, where before I couldn't do anything. So I'm just staying in the bedroom all the time. Been in the bedroom nearly 17 months. And for that upset me when she's saying he's pretending he's ill. I wouldn't do that to anyone. Probably you know me, they'll do so. Pick the Davis the other week, see the scars, and he went, fucking hell, the one right across the bottom of my back. I had staples in my back, didn't I?
Yeah.
Couldn't walk. Poor Emma, they couldn't even move me. Even pair of manual couldn't get me off the floor. I fell in the middle of the night when I got out. And they had to get the ambulance to get me off the floor.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, look.
You think I'd be sat here if I could be out at pubs doing do's and kids' school and everything. I don't think sat with you I would be now, it's nice. But I'm on about like during the day. I'd be out every day helping go around schools and hostels, helping kids and that like we were doing before I got injured. But to pretend that she's pretending that I'm making it up.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, especially from a hospital, from a nurse from a hospital. It's disgusting.
Oh, that's sunshine. What she calls that?
I don't know what she's called. Absolute deranged.
Oh, Chelsea Dark's on asking what her second name is. Is it Mel what? Mel?
I can't say anything.
Evans or whatever. Can't you?
No. Not when it's going to court and everything. It goes to court and all that.
You might message us off. You might message us off for you.
Yeah, you have to think.
Dick's got a few names.
Yeah, she's probably. I'll tell you one of them. Fucking lying bastard. Psycho. Fucking going to the hospital. Yeah, she's making all this up. I think she's doing it just to get notoriety, as it called. Trying to pull herself up there. He was looking at me because he knew me because I'm famous for being all the parents. My brother went missing and went, never even heard of you. I haven't got a clue. I left Hartlepool when I was 18. My mum and dad lived there, my brother, my other brother, my sister. My nephews and that lived there, my nieces. But I go over and see them, but I've never been over there for years to stay.
Our old cheeky monkey, Scott Grant's gone, Brian from Burnley.
Right.
Yes, are you?
Hey, Scott. Sorry, mate. I'm miles away there. Hello, Scott. I'm looking on here for him.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm worried about I hope she gets well soon. Oh, thanks, Joe. Looking well, Brian. Cheeky monkey said.
That money will be in the post in the morning. Cheeky monkey.
She's got to. She certainly has Cindy collector. James Jameson. Hello, everybody.
Hello, James Jameson. There's a kid last night. I want me to put it down for Bob, and I can't remember his name now. If he's in the chat, can you put him? I can't remember his name. I put it on. I answered him last night. I said, because he's only 20. He's a little boxer. He's doing good for himself. I said, I'll get him on the. I'll get him on there as well. Get him on the podcast, but I'll get him on here so people can subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, on the site.
Yeah, he was on talk to last night on my YouTube. He's only 20-year-old, but he seems a lovely kid, like wants a bit of help with that. I said, no, I'll train you when I get myself a bit fitter. When all the bags, him and Bob Smith are going to start coming up. Like I used to do with Bram and that, I used to go in there with the bags, and Ryan used to train on the bags, and we trained loads of people here. I've got all the stuff in my garage, so I'm getting a skip next week from my mate. Terry Dicko's friends getting us one. I'm going to get rid of the rubbish out, and I'm going to get the bags up and start training people again. Give me something to do. 126 on. Any questions? 130 on. Doing well tonight. Yeah, that stupid nurse going on the internet calling me names. He's making it all up. He's only had a little operation. Do you know, when I had the operation, I don't know if it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, or it's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 vertebrae. But I've gone upstairs. I've got all the paperwork. Emma's got it all out. It's not that thick, what I got done. And when they were doing it, they slipped with the scalpel, and this, I think it was C5 vertebrae. That was sliced, and it was leaking cerebral fluid. So they had to stitch it and glue it with special glue. So that was even done. So that's one of the reasons I think my hand's damaged. But for her to say I walked out the hospital, I was in there for 2 hours, 40 minutes getting the operation. Went in the morning at 6:55, I had to wait about a bit. And I went in and got in the room. And if you look at my archives, you'll see me in hospital, putting the gowns on and all that stuff. I was in there for over an hour waiting, about an hour and a half. So then I went in, and I had to get another bed, and I had to sign all the forms and everything. And then I had to sit and wait to go in to get the operation. As I'm going in, she's on this computer, like I'm here with you. I was on that side, but the computer was quite big, so I couldn't see her face. She must have seen my name. She went, "Is that you, Brian?" I went, "Yeah." "All right, love." She went, "Hiya." And I thought, and then she went, blah, 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 blah. I went, "She seems to know me." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, no, I don't know." And then she started asking, you know where my brother's buried and all that. And there was all these people there. I went bright red because there was all doctors and nurses living there, because we were going, before you go to get your operation, there's loads of different beds and doctors and all. It stood like a team with each bed. And I'm like, you shouldn't be asking questions like that in front of people. And I thought, fucking embarrassing this. And she said, "Yeah, but you know all the top gangsters, you know this, you know that." And I went, "Oh, I don't know." So I laid down and I was thinking, fuck shit. And I was going in, worrying about it in my operation. So anyway, I forgot about it. I got my operation, told my wife what she said and everything. She said, "That's disgusting, that." So we left it. I thought she's probably going through a bad time and that. So left it. Now she's come forward and said, "I know where the body's buried. I've had something to do with the murder of him." I don't know if she means the murder of him or, well, I must have had something to do with the murder, so I know where the body is. That's what she's trying to say. "I don't know where the body is. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. I don't know you. I've never seen you before in my life. I've never heard of your mum, and I've never heard of your brother. I still don't even know your brothers today. I feel sorry for what's happened if it's happened, but you don't even know if he could have gone to another place. And then for you to say that the police have questioned you and said, "Oh, Brian Cockerill knows where the body is. He knows where all the bodies are." You know, it's as if to say, "Fucking hell, it's getting worse." It's every other month. Somebody say, "Oh, he knows where he's involved in that murder. He's involved in that murder." Don't get me wrong, I've been pulled in for murders, but that's so the people talking shit on the streets. And when you're the best fighter and you run the area where you work at and you run the doors and whatever, the rave scene, that, you don't get to blame for things that never happen. But that's just life, isn't it? That's the life you lead.
Yes.
But for people to fucking come out with things that are untrue, especially for a professional nurse, to be a manager, she must have been in there for years to be a manageress of the place before you go in, before you get an operation. It's disgusting talking. And she said on the internet, "I'll divulge it to my friends from Ryan Donna. We thank them. God bless you. Love you both. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't know. But them, I was talking to them. They came forward and told us the evidence, what they've got. And it's compelling, the evidence." She said, "I can change the record. I can do this and go on the old computers and do that. And I can get his file out, his health, what is it called? Yeah, medical records. I can change his medical records and make it look he's got HIV and put it on the internet and make him look, oh, fucking hell, this is I've never even known this girl to come up with all this shit." So I don't know what you think. What do you think? Nasty vile person, yeah, he's terrible. Nasty vile person. Dusky Dats, Mike Donovan. Hope you're feeling a bit better. Yeah, I'm feeling better, pal. I just went for a bit of COVID. I've had it for about 4 or 5 weeks now. Come to the end of it, but the way sleeping. I think Emma's got COVID. That's what I think she's got. I think she's just had it. And it's just really slowly coming out. Because about 2 weeks ago, we were sleeping like for 24 hours on one day. We slept. We couldn't come in here to do a podcast. Saying total rubbish. I can't see that. What's that? I can't see what you just. What we just put that saying rubbish. I don't know what that meant. I missed it because I'm not clever with these computers. I'm going to look. Hey, yeah, nobody ever been found in the Scott Fletcher disappearance. That was called Scott Fletcher. Although the police have now made it a murder investigation. It's very sad for the family, but Mel needs help. Yeah, what my barrister said to me, my friend, a really good friend, 2 barristers I've got friends in, and Donna's obviously ex-solicitor, and they advised me. My friend was a top barrister from London, but he lives in America now. He advised me that if she's even thinking them thoughts about changing people's medical records, she could do something there. You're going to do her a favour by reporting her, because if you do, she can get help. So, but if you don't, she could do something where she could change something, where she could hurt someone like Donna. So she could say, for instance, she's allergic to strawberries, she could take that bit off, because she's got the access. She's on the computer, and your blood, she could say, is A negative, whatever it's called, or AB or whatever, and say you've got the wrong blood group, and you get a transfusion, it could kill you. So she's in a situation where it's not like in a sweet shop and calling you. She's in a place where she works with people's records. And she's obviously gone mental to even think of these thoughts, but she's saying she's going to do it. She knows how to hack in, which I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue with computers. Hack into the computers and change my medical records and the hospital at North Tees. And saying that was it. I only had 4 stitches, she says in one comment, because John's got all the stuff and Donna, they've got it all for us. Unbelievable. And Benham and she spoke to one of our friends, who else, and she said he was evil when he was talking to her. I thought she just had a mental breakdown, but now, I think it was about a year and a half ago, she contacted us. I said, I don't know, I haven't got a clue. If I could find out where he was, I would Christian, and I would tell you where he is. I would just, so you could find him and bury him as a Christian burial. But I can't tell you something I don't know. But she just won't. It's like a thingy with a stick on it. Go. Absolutely won't stop.
Right, so Nemesis is on, say hi again.
Nemesis, okay. Somebody put something on it. I missed it.
Good night, Carol.
Good night, Carol. God bless you and all the family.
Let's have a look. I'll give you a ring, Carol.
I've never heard nothing like this in my life on these computers, even though I've only been doing it a couple of years. I've never heard of anything like this. The only time I've ever seen like this is like when you watch like Tony Soprano or get him because of his teeth and they swap the teeth things over the records, and you see them on like FBI doing your records and in films where they change things around. It's like something out, not a horror film, it's like something out of one of them spy movies.
You can get jail for false fight, yeah, definitely.
She's not just done that, it's what she's saying she's going to do. It's like she's saying she's going to change my records and put I've got HIV on it. Terrible.
Different things, that it was going to be like all different things put on, I think, weren't there?
Yeah, she's saying all sorts of things. Things what somebody mentally ill would talk about, a bit like tinfoil, mentally ill. And they never think they're ill, but they are. You remember that one? Remember the one who killed all the kids with the syringe? I think it was insulin. She was giving all the babies insulin in the
Beverly Elliot.
Yeah, Beverly something. And then there was another one in America doing it, and he was a man. He killed about 15 patients, older ones. He was like the angel of death, that's called him. He was sticking insulin in the saline and killing people with the insulin because it kills you too much insulin. But I need help. Tell your dad, get here with your dad and start throwing them at her. I mean, get all the lads over here. And Tommy, get here quick. Cheeky monkey, hurry up. I need help.
Big Vlad said that. Big Vlad Pete, that Starshiner's had everyone fooled. You're right.
Yeah, she's really, really strange. But when she was talking to us about a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit longer, we felt really sorry for her. Emma talked to her and her mum and everything, and helped her and everything. She said, Brian could help you, he would. He doesn't know what it is, honestly. We're Christians. Brian would be the first to help you. You look at them, help, just even help normal people off the street. You just go to the people who've got nothing and giving them food, and people who've got living on the streets. And I've gone and got them off the streets and got them accommodation. Me and Emma and other people have helped them. We wouldn't see somebody bury someone and not tell them where it was. Absolute garbage. It upsets me to think people even would think that.
Yeah. Philip Crawford's going night, Brian.
Philip, I love you, brother. You take care, and thanks for all the lovely comments. And don't forget to keep watching. And don't forget to push the like button. I know you don't.
We'll be back soon, won't we?
We'll be back soon. I think we're going to have an early night tonight because Emma's wanting to go, whinging. She's got them eyes go. Get off that fucking computer now, I'm going to kill you. I'm getting that. Lee Walker knows what I'm on about. So everyone, just thanks for watching tonight. Probably back again in a couple of days, maybe Thursday. But the court case is definitely 100%, guys. Whatever he's saying is just shit. So thank you. God bless you all. See you all soon.